Hello everybody, it is GiftedLlama, and welcome back to, oh wait, I was about to say Pokemon Ruby, but no, this is a completely different game. Welcome to Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Now, this is a game that I have been wanting to play on this channel for so long, but I didn't know how to go about it. But now I figured it out, I have the answer. So, if you're not familiar with this game, this is Gauntlet Dark Legacy. It was released on the Gamecube, the PS2, and I think the Xbox. I wouldn't be surprised if the original Xbox was on there as well. But yeah, this is part of the Gauntlet series, and it's just a game where you go around, you pick a character class, you go around, explore dungeons, and you fight hordes of monsters, and it's really, really fun. And this is one of my favorite games from my childhood. I know I said a lot about games, but this is one of my favorite games ever. I just love it so. But I wanted to do something unique, I wanted to do something different. So this is going to be not so much an episodic Let's Play. Well, it's going to be episodic, obviously, but it's going to be sort of a long play, different style in the 10-minute episode format. I'm basically going to dedicate each level in this game to its own episode. We're going to go for 100% in this game. Now, what does that entail? Now, there's 8 character classes, Sorceress, Jester, a bunch of 8 mystery classes, so there's 16 classes total. Warrior, Valkyrie, Wizard, Archer, Dwarf, Knight, Sorceress, and Jester. And then 8 unlockable character classes you get throughout the game. Additionally, there are rune stones to collect throughout the levels. There's 8 worlds, each with about 3 to 6 levels, and a boss. And there's some extra levels too as you get towards the end, and a couple bonuses and secrets. Level cap for each character is 99. Every 10 levels they get a new title, like Jester it'll become like Jokester or whatever, as an example. And they also get an appearance change, but just for the 8 core classes. The unlockable classes do not get an appearance change every 10 levels. I don't know if they're title changes or not, maybe. And then at level 99, all the 8 core classes become gilded, which is pretty cool. They might do that for the unlockables. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't got an unlockable to level 99. So basically, what this series is going to be, I'm going to run through the game normally with just a character that I'm going to choose here. We're going to go through all 8 worlds, go through the complete story. I'm going to show you all the little secrets, all the nooks and crannies, all the stuff, beat the core game. And then we're going to go into episodes detailing what each character looks like from level 1 to 99. Now you're thinking, that's going to involve a lot of grinding. Well, do not worry, do not fret, because all the grinding will be off camera. I will merely show you the highlights. We'll probably do like an episode per character class, show you the level 10 incrementations, if there's a appearance change, there's a title change, and then we'll show you what they look like at level 99. We'll just play around with that a little. So that's kind of going to be this video. I'm going to do some more research, obviously, as the series goes on. This is going to be, you know, more of a longer kind of series, but it's kind of it's a different style of video that I've wanted to do for a while, and I didn't know how to do it, because originally I wanted to do 100%. I knew that for sure. But obviously 10-minute episodes, we'd be here for ages, and 2/3 of the series would be grinding, I'm sure. Even probably more. And no one wants to see that. And I don't want to sit through that and watch that, and I know you don't. So that's best if I just do that off camera. Since I do not have the internet to support live streaming, this is the kind of content that would be better suited towards a live stream. I think just playing this, live streaming, grinding and stuff like that, and talking with the chat. Unfortunately, my internet connection isn't big enough, strong enough to support live streaming. I've tried it in the past. It just doesn't work. I do not have enough megabits per second. So while that gets worked on, or we are left with merely non-live content, we're left with uploaded to YouTube stuff. So I think this is the best of both worlds. This allows you to see all the cool stuff that this game has to offer. It allows me to complete it, which is something that I've wanted to do, and we also get to have fun along the way. So that's all the prep. Okay, we're all set now. Let's make a character. Let us make a character. I don't know what I want to make. Yellow. There's 4 colors: yellow, blue, red, and green. Yellow is always the black character, which is interesting, and I like the dwarf, because he looks like Mr. T. But I like green. Green's my favorite color for this game. I don't know what I want to do. I'm doing a wizard in my solo play, but this is probably going to take precedence over my solo play. Warrior's cool. Valkyrie. You know, let's do a knight. Let's do a good old-fashioned green knight.
Welcome, Green Knight.
Alright, here we go. So yeah, each, we're not going to do 10-minute episodes, so since the levels are different lengths, there might be different length episodes. Some might be like 5 minutes, some might be like 20 or 30 minutes. But we're basically going to cover one level per episode, one boss per episode, and then after like the traditional levels are done, we're going to do just like, you know, side stuff. So here's like the hub world, okay? We can only get to a little bit right now. This is the first world we're going to go to. We don't have enough crystals to get in there. We need one more. They give you the crystals. Oh, here we go.
Congratulations.
Okay, so this is the Forsaken Province, the first world. This is like endgame shit here. This is the second world, and then there's wings in the castle we can explore. That's the east wing. There's stuff over here. Kind of the battlegrounds. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we will get into later as we progress. Can't really touch it right now. Here's the west wing. Okay. So, and here's the wizard, our wizard friend. I forget his name. But basically the story of this game is that there's another evil wizard that's like the opposite of this guy, you know, like a Gandalf and Saruman kind of thing. And he summons a demon, and the demon fucking, like, you know, he loses control of the demon, so the demon does his own fucking thing, and then raises havoc in all these worlds, and basically we have to go stop him. We have to get all the rune stones, we have to defeat all these bosses, and then we need to seal the demon in the portal. That's basically the story. And there's a couple differences between, this is the Poison Fields, by the way, the Fields level. Very first level. Oh wow, we had a little frame drop there. I want to skip that cutscene because it was affecting my frames, but I like the cool CGI cutscenes. Maybe we'll watch the next one. And it's gonna give me a fuck ton of tutorials because, you know, this is a brand new character and a brand new file. This game is very easy to play. All the characters control and play the same. They have a light attack and they have a heavy attack. We have keys that we use to unlock chests and doors. We have potions that we can use to throw at enemies and deal magic damage. We can double tap them to make a magical shield, or we can cook and hold them to throw them like a grenade. So, and then there's various items that we will collect that give you bonuses such as invincibility, speed boost, stuff like that. You know, this is a game that's like meant for arcades, and I've played it on arcade machines before. Pretty much carbon copy gameplay between the console ports and the arcade ports. But yeah, there's a couple differences between the versions of the game. I've only played the PS2 and the Gamecube one. I don't know about the Xbox One, if there is an Xbox One. I don't see why there wouldn't be an Xbox One, but the PS2 one has boss health meters, which the Gamecube one doesn't have boss health meters. I don't know why, and I can understand why that would bother a lot of people, but the thing is, I kind of, you know, played the GameCube version more and grew up with that one, so it never really bothered me, but I can totally understand why people have grievances with that. But yeah, so this is like a generic zombie-infested field world. Poison barrels, obviously, do not go near them. They'll take a little bit to go away, and if open food is near them, it'll actually poison the food, so that's not good. Monsters come out of these... There, I just used my magical shield there. And also if you tap A and B, you use combos. That little bar, you can't see it right now, it's blocked. On the bottom left of my character screen. See, look, this is meant for arcade because it has four slots too. So this is a great co-op game to play if you got friends over or something. You know, and it's also a good solo game too. And that's how I'm doing it. But if you see the top bar there that's like yellow and turning red, once it's like that, I can use my like regular combo, and then like whenever it's all the way red and glowing, I can use my like big attack, which is usually like a line attack. Whereas this one, that's like the first one's kind of like an AoE. So that kind of helps you too. So there's different ways you can approach this, but enemies spawn from the generators, you gotta kill the generators. The healthier the generator is, the bigger the enemies will be, and as like you weaken the generator, it's gonna get like more stunted enemies. Also look, secret walls. Keep your eyes peeled for secret walls. I don't have keys. And I'm gonna use my big attack. It also has a little bit of AoE too, which is helpful. These range guys suck. Okay, so we gotta go get some keys. Don't eat the poison food, unless you like hurting yourself. But don't hurt yourself, please. This has keys, yeah. The water is really loud in this game. I don't know why. They just decided to give that, like, sound file priority. Turbo Boost, this basically fills your turbo all the way. That's what it's called, the turbo bar, that gives me my big attacks. I don't really use items too much. Now, there are actually cheats that you can use. You can look them up on the internet, and it's all dependent on how you name your character. I name mine Gifted for GiftedLlama, but if you name your character, like, Invuln, you will get a permanent invincibility item that won't, like, expire. And I've played through the game like that before. Well, actually, no, there's one called, like, 10,000K, and that gives you 10,000 gold every time you go to the store, and you can go to the store infinitely many times, so if you run out of gold, just load the store again. I used that to buy a bunch of invincibility and permanent stat boosts, and then I was able to just play through the game. And that's honestly the only time that I've actually beaten this game is with cheats, so I'd never actually legitimately beat this game. Ah, this is a general. He's a toughie. He's a toughie, and he hurts real bad. But he always looks like he gets hit in the nuts whenever you kill him, and so I always thought that was funny. But yeah, I never legitimately beat this game. So there's two kinds of foods: fruit and meat. Meat gives more health than fruit, but fruit is more common, obviously. That's a runestone. We need like 15 or so of those. I don't know how many there are. There's like about 2 to 4 in each world. So if there's 8 worlds, you know, do the math. So, like, what, 16 to 20 or something? Let's just say 15 to 25. That is my guesstimate. I don't know the exact number. I think he said it in the beginning, but I wasn't paying attention. But yeah. The camera in this game is static. I mean, you don't really have to actively move it, because it doesn't. Maybe we can change that, but it's never bothered me. And it's an arcade thing. It tries to get a view of everyone. So if you're in a multiplayer game with other people and you're like spread across the map, things will get really crazy. But like in single play, it's not annoying at all. Like you don't miss things because of the camera. It's just one of those things. Okay, this guy's bugging me. Go away. I don't know if this will hit the people below. Probably not.
Multiple hits destroy secret walls.
I already did secret walls. Okay. These guys need to stop spawning. I mean, oh, that's a suicide bomber. Sometimes they have TNT, sometimes they have poison. You never know. That, you know, saves us from poison. Oh yeah, give me those fruit. I'm really taking a lot of hits. I'm not really being careful at all. That's the first level. It's no big deal, really. Let's see, I think that's really all I want to go over. I mean, there's going to be more stuff as we go along, but it's better just to do it as we get to it, as opposed to try to explain everything in the very first episode, because that'd be overwhelming, and, you know, it'd be hard to remember all that stuff for later. Ah, these guys have an aggro. Like, sometimes you can get them before they aggro, and they're just standing there looking stupid, and you can kill them, but I guess I didn't. I guess in theory, there's a way you could just stand in front of a generator and don't kill it, and just kill enemies endlessly, but that's just There's like internet methods for grinding. I did a little bit of research in, like, you know, how to level up characters fast. I mean, it'd still take a long time, and so I'm not going to record it. Other than, of course, this core playthrough that I'm doing now with my Green Knight. But there's just like certain bosses give you more XP, and they're like more XP per minute, you know, ratio. Like one of the bosses is the Spider Queen, you get like a guaranteed 2 levels per fight, at least, so that'd be a good one maybe to grind on that I might do, honestly. And there's other ways too. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's different ways of getting to the same result. There's gonna be grinding. I've accepted that. I just want to see what all the characters look like when they're 99. They become all gold, which is pretty cool. And I haven't even unlocked all the secret characters before, but there's like I've got like the Minotaur and stuff. That's one of them. They're basically like animal versions of these core classes. There's like the Medusa. There's also a unicorn, which I never got the unicorn, but when I discovered it, like, a couple months ago, I, like, wanted it so bad, so that's what really made me want to play the game, just to get the fucking unicorn. But we'll get it, so we will get it in this episode. Not in this episode, what am I saying? We'll get it in this playthrough. Oh my gosh. And if you didn't tell, there's different crystals. They correspond to different worlds. The counter there on the bottom left tells you how many you need to unlock the world. Those purple ones are for the castle world. The ones we got originally, the orangey ones, they were for the, you know, the province. This is the World 1 province. Red are mountain, blue is sky, green is forest, yellow is desert, white is ice, and black is dream world. I really like the worlds in this game. This is my least favorite, actually. And I think it's because of the fact that it's the very first one, so every time you want to, like, play a new character or start a new game, you have to go through this. And that's probably the main reason. And also, like, the environments get really kind of boring. But, other than that, like, mountain's okay. Sky and, like, ice and dream are probably my 3 favorite. Forest is actually tough, and it's got really cool layouts, but, I've always had the most fun with the Sky World. Because that's right around the time you hit level 40 and you get your familiar, which is like a constant companion that'll fire alongside you. And that kind of helps out a lot. Okay. There's some cool stuff down here, and then another thing will appear. I have to go back down. And get this. Hello, Loud River. How are you today? There's also an underwater chest over there that we have to activate. I'm gonna kill this guy first. There we go, that cleans up a lot of trouble for later. I'm matching the theme of this world, though, being a Green Knight. And you start out very poorly clothed and poorly armored. I know on the cover of the game there's a scantily clad sorceress with giant badonkas. So that definitely made me really want to buy the game as a kid. I think my first exposure to the game was like I was at my a cousin's house or something, and his like stepbrother or something had the PS2 version, and he was like, "You want to play?" I'm like, "Sure," and I had so much fun. And that was actually right around the time that Gauntlet 7 Sorrows came out on the PS2, so that was probably like, oh, that was like 2004, 2005 or something, maybe 06, I don't know. But that was my first exposure to the game, and a few months later, I got my Gamecube, and I'm just like, hey, you know what? I'll get it for the Gamecube. And then a couple of my friends got it, and we play it. And we go over to each other's houses, we play it, and it was really fun. And there was an ice skating rink that we used to go to when we were in elementary school, and they had the arcade version of Gauntlet. I haven't been in that place in years, though. I wonder if they still have it. I know they, like, remodeled it recently, and they got, like, new owners. But, they might still have it. Is it bad that I just want to go there just to see if they have it and not to ice skate? I probably could not ice skate to save my life right now. I mean, I was bad as a kid. I just kind of did it for, like, the social aspect, just to hang out with friends and stuff. But, I couldn't really skate that well. I'd have to, like, cling onto the side. And then, I'd wear knee pads, too, because I'd fall a lot and I didn't want to hurt my knees. So, yeah. But it was fun, though, because afterwards we'd probably get, like, pizza or a snack or something. And then, play some arcade. They had, like, a skee-ball machine, too. That was fun. And, my friends would sleep over and we'd watch movies and play, like, Pokemon. So, good memories. Good fucking memories. Those were, like, it used to be, like, every Friday night, basically, in, like, 4th and 5th grade. Good ass times, dude. And we play Yu-Gi-Oh! Too. It was like during the height of my friend group's Yu-Gi-Oh! Craze. Yeah, all the good stuff. Aw, oh, crap, I took poison damage. Oh, the sound effects in this game are great too. I don't know if you've been hearing them. You gotta wait till I eat food because I forgot to mention that. It's so funny. Like, they go all out with the sound effects. Whenever you eat food, you're like, hum nom kalom kalom. I think it. Oh, yeah, here we go. Listen. Oh, the announcer guy was fucking talking. You couldn't hear it. Oh well. I look like fucking the dude from Star Trek. I have like that thing around my eyes. It looks like I'm blind. there another general here? I feel like there is. There's no real part of this game, aside from like bosses and like endgame stuff, that's really difficult. It's just, there's a lot of tedious stuff sometimes. But nothing like too bad, from what I remember. I mean, the later worlds get harder. Like once you get to the East Wing with the Desert, Ice, and Dream Worlds, they get pretty tough and long. So, you know. So that there's that, but like nothing really too, I don't know. There hasn't been too many moments where I've wanted to just like rage quit the game. But that was like 10 years ago since I actually last played this game, so that might change. Given how angry of a person I am, if you've watched some of my other videos, that might change. Ah, don't shoot me. Come on. Alright. Ah, here we go, listen to this. Oh my god! There's enemies dying every time. Alright. I'm full health. Oh, that's a bomb chest. I don't think it looks like a bomb. It always looks like a little, like, guy with spiky hair. That's how I always have seen it. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. Maybe like a stick of dynamite. But I always see it as a guy with spiky hair. It's gonna hurt me. I probably could have made it. Some of the music is really cool in this game too. Also, again, in the Sky World, I really like the Sky World music. And I'm sure the other tracks are really good too. If you actually shoot magic, let's see if I can do it. There we go. Has a lower effect, but you know, if you're in a pinch, or you accidentally do it, I mean, it'll only help you. Got another turbo ready. Ow! Get out of here. Some of these stumps are secret items. And some of the barrels are just fucking empty. Get as many keys as you can, and I'm probably gonna buy some. Oh wait, that's a bomb chest, I know that. That's the exit right there. So we're almost at the end of the first level. Oh.
Explosions destroy items.
I think I can go outside of the range of these things too. Oh god, go away. I couldn't turn around and hit him in time before he detonated. Oh man, I fucking destroyed him. And we got big gold for that too. Die. But yeah, all the characters play the same, so it's really just a matter of like aesthetic choice. What color and class do you want to play? I mainly do warriors and jesters. I know Valkyrie is really fun because they're fast. I mean, there's obviously some stat differences. But in general, like, it's kind of a samey experience. There we go. That was a death that we just heard. Make the and they will either suck your health or your XP, which is really terrifying. But if you use magic on them, they'll die instantly. Or if you give them like 100 hits, I think they'll die. And there's an item you can get called Anti-Death, or the Hand of Death, that lets you do that to death, so you can suck health from death and suck XP from death. And that's really fun whenever you get to do that to an XP death, because you can gain like a level from it. Alright, well that was the very first level, the Poison Fields. Got to level 4, which is what usually happens. See, I guess armor is this character's focus. And I'm gonna buy, like, 2 keys. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of keys. Okay. Alright. And this is like the end stat screen. We have 1 pair of fangs. We didn't have to fight a chimera. Usually you have to fight like a chimera for it, but we just got one. The things above are the relics. Each world has a relic that corresponds to another world's boss. That'll really help you defeat the boss. There's mirror on the left, that's like pieces of the mirror. So every time you beat a boss, you get a piece of the mirror. There's 8 pieces. And then the crystals obviously on the bottom that we've been collecting. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this inaugural episode of Gauntlet Dark Legacy 100%. Let me know if you like this, because I really would love your feedback and see if this is the kind of content you'd want to see more of. I'm going to put this alongside my episodic content. Right now we're doing Ruby. I have the next game after Ruby planned, but Ruby's not done yet as of right now, so I'm not going to spoil it. And then I'm going to be doing some other kinds of content too. I'm trying to mix it up, because I know it's just been straight Ruby for the past month. So we're going to mix it up. We're going to be uploading more, and I really do hope you enjoy it. And, so yeah, let me know, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!